What's going on, everybody? Big Red here. Thank you all for tuning into my Red Talk. Today is Tuesday, March 19th, and what a weird day today was. Today was very strange. It was it was really sunny out the entire day and freezing cold. So I was kind of hoping that we were past this cold bullshit and, you know, on to nice weather, but it does not seem to be the case here. So I don't really know what's happening, but hopefully we don't just revert to freezing cold weather, because nobody wants that. We are all ready for for nice weather and ready to have some summer stuff. What the fuck? Oh, hold on, I'm dying. So, oh boy. So, hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. You know, I had a comment on here. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, and I apologize for that, but you want to know a little bit more about my life, you know, about stuff that's going on. So I'll give you the abbreviated version, I guess. My name is Big Red. That's it. Big, first name Big, last name Red. I'm currently dying. Don't know what's happening. 32, going on 33 years old, from New York, Long Island. I am a business owner. I run a dessert shop. It's called Dolce Bella, me and my partner Brandon, and we do custom cannoli creams, gelatos, Italian ice. We got carts. We do private parties. We do everything. You know, anything you could think of, any type of event you could think of, you name it, we got it. So we got you covered there. If you need anything and you're in the area, hit us up. All right, check us out on Instagram at Dolce Bella NY. The Instagram's pretty good. We get, you know, we do some funny skits and stuff like that too. So you guys should like it. So go give that a follow. But yeah, so I started doing that. It's been about, almost 3 years now doing that. Before that, I worked as an aide for special needs. So it was like a one-on-one aide. We'd go out and take them to classes, take them, you know, out in the world doing things. So that was cool. All by now, all while still coaching football. I coach high school football, and I do track and field now as well. So first year coaching track and field. It's fun. I enjoy it. You know, get to go outside, get to be outside. You know, the cool thing too is I have you know, real passion for weightlifting and, you know, training people, like stuff like that, which you know, I really enjoy. And I get to do that here. I get to you know, do that as part of you know, helping them throw better, which is cool. So I'm happy they extended the invitation to me to join this program. I'm enjoying it so far. I just completed my first winter, so now we're going through the spring season. And yeah, it's you know, it's been fun. Now, before all that, let's see, I'll start in college. How's that? All right, college, went to SUNY Cortland. All right, played football 3 years up there. Got out of school, was doing security, I was doing construction, I was doing a little bit of everything. The security kind of stuck with me until recently. This is, this is now present day, the first kind of spring and summer that I'm really not bouncing at a bar. So, that's gonna be a bit of a different pace for the summer, which is fine. But so fresh out of college, I was doing all that. Did commercial construction, worked in a lot of buildings. Then went on to oil tank, home installations, and kind of low end boiler work. I wasn't really a boiler guy, but I did the tank installs in houses, and so bring the old tank out, bring the new one in, run the oil lines to the boiler, and all things like that. The company also did oil spill cleanup. So we did like remediation. So if somebody had an oil spill in their house, or if a truck leaked oil someplace, we would go and clean it out and make it like nothing ever happened. So that was cool. Didn't really hate that. Fuck, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm dying, but I am. So I did that, and then that snowballed into me going to work for a bigger oil company. So this was like kind of like the tank install and remediation company was kind of like a small, I don't want to say I guess it was a mom and pop. But it was a pretty big operation. So after that, I got a job working on an oil terminal for a bigger oil company, right? It was actually probably one of the bigger ones in the country at the moment. And did that. That turned into, as a terminal operator. Terminals were open, 24/7. They never closed. So everybody had different shifts. You would work, either like 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7 a.m. I did mostly like an afternoon shift for a while, so the 3 to 11, which I didn't mind. The worst part about the entire thing was that the terminal I went to first was in the South Bronx. Now, I was traveling from Long Beach, Long Island, to there, so it was kind of a hike. The off-hour shift actually was probably the best for the commute. The afternoon going in was still a little busy, but coming home at 11 o'clock at night was really no problem. So did that, and then the company I worked for bought another oil terminal that was closer to my house, so I transferred to that and was there for about, I want to say, a year and a half maybe at most. So did that. That place was run a little different. The scheduling was kind of weird, and the only plus side was it took me now 15 minutes to get to work versus an hour to get to the Bronx and 45 minutes to get home. It was 15 minutes each way. Couldn't complain. Didn't have to go over a bridge. Didn't have to pay a toll. Actually took a pay cut to work closer to my house, and kind of worked itself out because between gas and tolls, going 60 miles round trip every day, the pay cut was really nothing, so that was good. And yeah, so I did that, and then while working there, I was I got a phone call that, a local high school was looking for a football coach, specifically somebody to coach offense and defensive line, which I was an offensive lineman my entire life. So went, interviewed for that, got offered that, went back to the oil company, was straight up with everybody, told them what was going on, and definitely got misled. And my original plan was to still work at the oil company. I was going to work overnights because that would have allowed me to coach football. And right up until honestly 2 weeks before football was going to start, I just kept getting yes. I was like, hey, are we going to change schedules? Am I going to move to here? You told me that. I was like, yes. They kept going, yes, no problem, don't worry, it's going to happen. 2 weeks before the season started, the guy came up to me and was just like, hey, listen, I just want to let you know, we're not able to move the schedule around at all. So you're most likely not going to be able to coach football. And at that point, I had kind of got that feeling that they weren't going to do it. And don't want to say I was lining up backup jobs, but I kind of had an idea. I was like, all right, if I need to, I can go here and work, I could do this and work, I could do this and make money, I could do that. So them telling me essentially that there was no way I can switch my schedule after promising me they were going to switch it around, I literally quit on the spot. I was like, hey, you know what, you're not going to make this happen, this is my 2-week notice, I'm out, so appreciate it. So that was that. I left a pretty good, kind of union. It was kind of a bullshit union, but it was still union backed. Job in oil. It's coach football. Now, while the oil job was great and made a ton of money, and never really had to think about much, when it came to the financial side of everything, it sucked. It really did. After 4 or 5 years of working, the afternoon shift, which was fine, I didn't mind it, but it was every holiday you worked, every weekend there was work. So at the end, my everyday schedule, my weekly schedule was 4 p.m. to midnight, and I worked Wednesday through Sunday. So now, in the oil world, it's never just an 8-hour shift, especially on a terminal. Okay, you always got ships coming in, boats coming in with oil and gas and whatever. So that was always an annoying portion of it, because 4 to midnight turned into 4 to 4 in the morning. Next thing you know, you're getting home at 4 a.m. and you go to sleep, and now you're sleeping more and less time to do whatever you did during the day in your normal schedule. So the whole thing, it was it was really not ideal, right? And I wouldn't say that the amount of money you made up for what you did. So it's you weren't, we made good money, don't get me wrong. The money was good. But, to miss Christmas every year, you know, to miss Thanksgiving every year, you know, 4th of July, like everybody's having barbecues, you can't do anything because you gotta go to work at midnight, you know, or 4 in the afternoon, like right when everybody starts barbecuing. You know, to me, it just didn't feel sustainable, I guess is the word. You know, so I went with my gut, I went with my heart. I decided to leave that. You know, I had security jobs lined up already, which was going to be easy, you know, because I did security forever. And that was kind of that. So that from there led to me doing, you know, security every weekend. I had my aid job that I did during the day, which was good. You know, so I did that during the day. I worked security. You know, a couple of years ago, I was doing like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and it was awesome. It was great. You know, that obviously dwindles down as everything does, but you know, had a good little heyday. You know, but doing security all the time led me to meet my partner now, Brandon, all right, who had he had already started Dolce Bella at that time, and it, you know, was small. It was just really a side gig, and you know, he wanted to expand. I had some money, and I was like, you know what, let's fucking go. So I jumped into it, and you know, just kind of dove head first in. And I was like, all right. Then we were just doing events at the time. The company kept growing. We kept getting more popular. Opened up a kiosk in Roosevelt Field Mall here on Long Island. That was an absolute killer spot. You know, we got very, very popular there. People love it. The product's good. You know, still crushing events. Like, everything was good. Everything is good. So, not everything was good. Everything is good. You know, once the kiosk in the mall opened up, I pretty much quit everything I was doing besides coaching. I was still doing security a little bit, but not as much. You know, to go and focus on this. And this is going to be something special. It's something special. Really believe in it, and I think it's gonna turn into something really good. You know, it's already something good, but I think it's gonna get better. So that brings us to present day, pretty much. It's kind of my life. Yeah, that's really everything from my, you know, my working life up until now. And we're opening up a shop. You know, we're in construction now, so hopefully that's going to be open in the next month and a half or so. And that's it. Dolce Bella's going to take over the world. So make sure you follow us on Instagram at Dolce Bella NY. If you made it this far, follow me on Instagram too, at The Big Red Show. And same thing on TikTok. So yeah, that's really where I'm at now. So I hope that, you know, kind of, you know, I hope somebody watching this, all right, is kind of stuck where I was stuck when, you know, I was doing the oil. All right, don't get me wrong, very thankful. Okay, very thankful I got the job, very thankful to be in that position I was in, and, you know, forever grateful for it. But I hope that this video finds somebody that is, you know, kind of stuck in the position where they're doing something and, you know, it's kind of just the same thing over and over, but like kind of has a vision to do something different, but doesn't know, you know, kind of the first step to go. My advice, just go. just go. I'm, you know, working for myself only for the last 3 years. Yes, it's stressful. Yes, it's tough. It's not easy. But I have never been happier. I could truly say I've never been happier. So if this finds you and you're, you know, thinking about taking the leap, you know, not a financial advisor or life coach by any means, but, you know, take the leap. I think you'll be happy. So, on that, thank you all for tuning in. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications. You know, listen, share this with somebody that you think is kind of in the same position I was 4 or 5 years ago. It's, you know, more than happy to keep talking about it. So, thank you all for watching. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.